So in this case, we'll be doing something that is quite similar to the last video, but is not exactly similar. So these cases are, so first we're going to talk about how to recognize these cases like we always do. So these cases looks at everything like the last one. You have a correct center and something like a pie here, and also a top color. So the only difference is the last time you will see an arrow, and this time it is all bald. So if you see something like this, you will know that this is a triple combination. So now we'll be focusing on how to solve it. So first we're going to also talk about our old topic, where to start. So this is exactly the same with the last one. So you're going to start with the side that is opposite to the top color, which in this case is white. Yeah, and you put the correct center either on the top or on the bottom. So that's how you do it. And next we're going to talk about how to start the case. So how to start the case is actually pretty a little bit complicated in this case. So first I need you to consider the peanut case. So in this case there are two corners. Remember, we have covered a lot of times which one is the top corner, this one, and the other is the bottom color. So in this in order to understand this, you will know that when you are starting a logarithm with this corner towards your face, you start with sledgehammer, and otherwise if this is towards your face, you start with hedge slimmer. With a little bit consideration, you know that it is impossible for this case to appear that it starts with this face or this face. So these two are the only ones you can encounter. So up sledgehammer and down hedge slimmer. And we're going to raise an example. So say this one. You know you're going to start with here, right? And you see that this is from the bottom one, right? You're facing the bottom one. So what you're going to do is you start with hedge slimmer. And also there's the question about where to turn. So like the last video, you're going to turn to the part that is has a correct center. So back to the example, this one you start with hedge slimmer because this is the top color and this is the correct center. You're going to do it toward upward and then go downward. It is very easy and predicted. So we're only left with one question. There are two general forms of these logarithms, which is either AAA or ABA. So similar to the last one, you need to know when you need to do a different logarithm in the model. So, but actually this is quite easy. So when you're starting with here, you see the corner that is linked adjacent to the center that is correct. If there is no top color towards you, so in this case there is no yellow towards me, you're going to do three same logarithm, like in this case H, and H. But otherwise, if you have if you have something like this, where this is the adjacent color and the top color is here, they're like in the first phase in the same area, you're going to start with you're going to need to do different logarithm in the middle. So in this case, you know that this is the bottom color. You are going to start with hedge slimmer. So you know that in the middle you will do sledgehammer and go back. So this one is hedge slimmer, turn, sledgehammer, turn, and hedge slimmer. So now we have already covered all these techniques you need to know. We're only going to go through all these four cases so you can make sure you understand them, because they are actually pretty tricky, even though they're not hard. So here, top color, you start with here. You're going to turn to this side, and this is from the up. This is the lower corner, so you are going to start with hedge slimmer, and you are turning into this face. And if you observe here, there's no top color here, so which means this is going to be one that involves a different logarithm in the middle. So you know that it will be hedge slimmer, up sledgehammer. Actually that's a little bit mistake. We're going to do that again. So in this case, there's actually nothing, so you need to do 3 similar logarithms. So it's hedge slimmer, and hedge slimmer. And next one. Yeah, so this one, you start with here, and this is the bottom color. You are going to do it with hedge slimmer and turn this side. And also, if you see it, there's a top color here, which is adjacent to the correct center. So you are going to do a different logarithm in the middle. So it will be sledgehammer. Yeah. And the next one. Here, you start with here. You're going to turn here, and if you see there's no top color here, you're going to do it on your own. So you're not going to do different ones. So this will be hedge slimmer. I'm sorry. Yeah, here. So you're going to do is sledgehammer, because this is the top corner. Sledgehammer and sledgehammer. So the last one, this one. Oh man. Yeah, this one. You start with here. This one here. So you're going to do different ones. And this is the top corner. You're going to start with sledgehammer. So what you're going to do is sledgehammer, turn here, hedge slimmer, turn here, sledgehammer, turn here. These are seems like a lot of things to consider at the beginning, but as long as you can be familiar with them, or you can just even recite them because there are only 4 of them, you will get quicker very soon. So I hope you find this video helpful, and I will see you next time.